It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Wolverines want to move quickly. To the air, it's Graves. Using his feet to buy time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds a spot in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They'll run play action. Gets it out quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. He makes a grab. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now first and goal. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. He wants it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Badgers will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clowney. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
And the Badgers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Here's the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got a man, it's Sparko. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Looking for a man, it's Graves. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And the try is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Rushes on him. Caught in the backfield. It's Winston. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that is why this defense is so good. They get after the quarterback and get him on the ground. That's their 3rd on the day, and they're number 1 in the country in sacks, and they have been a problem for every offense they've faced.
The Badgers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They get to him as he throws. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Leaves it with the back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Badgers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll pull it on the read. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Well, the good news about this drive Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Looking downfield, it's Graves. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wants to go up top. On target to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Complete to the left. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just some fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Graves. Grab near the marker, it's McNabb. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Creates a little room. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. A first down run on the doorstep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways, it felt like it packed the 12th man with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Wants to throw on 3rd. Snagged in the middle. It's Winston. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Badgers line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. And we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They're dealing a 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Graves. Throws for the tight end. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. His big tight end. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Now this offense is back on the field. Using his legs, it's Whitaker. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
The offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Ramsey. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Badgers are in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Here's the pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Badger! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Looking for a huge play. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon State has the lead right now, but this Reser Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Old Dominion. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Second down, they'll go to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Dropping back, it's Graves. He's got him. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Badgers will hustle to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Michigan.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Winston. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Badgers send out the punt unit. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Back to throw, it's Graves. He's got it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Off play action. They're working that left side. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Ramsey. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Ramsey. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to sneak it.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Badgers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Around the corner, it's Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. He splits the upright. It's our forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. The give to the back. Gets it past the marker. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Graves. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? 3rd down play from the gun. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Missouri is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 17 to Ole Miss. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The play action fake. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Graves. Looking down the middle. Wide out trying to get it in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to be ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Ramsey. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Badgers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Fires on the move. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds a man on the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Graves. Right on the money. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. A run for the quarterback. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, Wolverines! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
63, Wisconsin, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got his man on the right. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
No gain on the play.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Pitts. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Badgers are on the move. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The field goal is no good because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt. You cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Pitts. Here's a heat. Just a little off. Incomplete. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field.
On to punt it away.
Catch is made at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got an open man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a 1st down for the
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Looking for space. It's Marco. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? With the clock running, this should be the final play. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.